Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining us for this lesson. So in this lesson we are going to continue our study of interrogatives or question words. So in this lesson we have the question word où, which means where in English, where. Let's look at some examples. Where, of course, is simply où, où. If I want to ask the question, where are you? And for this one, let's use the formal vous. So where are you? Remember to use a form of the verb être, and then of course vous. So the question would be, où êtes-vous? Où êtes-vous? So maybe you call your friend up on the phone and they answer. You can say, où êtes-vous? Where are you? Où êtes-vous? Informally, using tu, can you guess what that would be? We of course start with où. And then the form that goes with tu is est. So we have it first the verb, then the subject pronoun. So the question would be, où es-tu? Où es-tu? Where are you? Où es-tu? Où es-tu? If I want to ask the question, where is my car? Where is my car? We start off, of course, with the où est. Where is? Où est? And hopefully you remember how to say car, which is voiture. And if you don't know how to say my, in this case it's ma. So we put it all together. Où est ma voiture? Où est ma voiture? Where is my car? Where is my wallet? Of course you start off again with où est? Où est? Wallet is portefeuille. And it's masculine, so the form of my is mon. Où est mon portefeuille? Où est mon portefeuille? Where's my wallet? Où est mon portefeuille? Where's my cell phone? Again, we start off with où est. And then cell phone is portable. And it's masculine, grammatically masculine. So le portable. And the form of my will be mon. So we have the question, où est mon portable? Où est mon portable? Where's my cell phone? How about where's the bank? The bank. Remember, we start off with where is, où est, and the bank is la banque. So we have où est la banque? Où est la banque? For this question, sometimes in French we use the verb se trouver, which is a reflexive verb, which means to find itself. So literally, we ask the question in French, where itself finds the bank, which has the meaning, where is the bank? So the question would be, où se trouve la banque? Où se trouve la banque? So you may hear questions with où with the verb se trouver as well as the verb être. Où se trouve? Where does one find, literally? Where do you find the bank? Où se trouve la banque? Next we have the question, where do you live? There are actually two verbs in French for to live. There's the verb habiter, which means to live and focuses on your dwelling, the actual place where you live, the location. The other verb, live, is vivre, which means to live in general, to be alive, to live life. So the first question is with habiter. This would be if you want to know where someone's address is or what city they live in, you would ask the question, où habitez-vous? Où habitez-vous? Where do you live? Or you could think of it as where do you dwell? Where's your dwelling place? Où habitez-vous? The next question, where do you live? Well, this is more abstract. Where do you live life in general? So the question would be, où vivez-vous? Où vivez-vous? Where do you live? In other words, where are you living your life? In what world do you live in, perhaps? Okay, so that's it. Remember, where in French is simply où. That's it for this lesson. Thanks so much for watching. If you found it helpful, I would appreciate it very much if you'd give it a like. To continue learning French and go on to the next exciting lesson, click on the video that appears here on your screen. Thanks so much for watching. See you soon. À bientôt.